Brandon out here with this week's Bushel Up, and this is the week where we expect to see a lot of planters rolling. I know a little bit of seed went in the ground, primarily some soybeans last week, and as we look ahead to the next 3 or 4 days, we're going to have a nice warming trend. Then we'll taper off a little bit, which is pretty typical Nebraska, Colorado, South Dakota, Kansas weather cycle. So as we watch our developing conditions, it does look like, anywhere from 80 to 100 GDUs in a 10-day window. Obviously we'd wish for more than that, a nice perfectly warm 10-day forecast, but it looks like putting some seed in the ground isn't the worst idea right now. So wish you guys luck. Make sure you take your time getting those planters set. One of the things that I have received a few questions about, we continue to monitor, is just kind of soil conditions. Here at 3 to 4 inches we're okay, but when we look at this top, we've got a little moisture still here in our top inch or two of soil, but one of the concerns we have when we see drier conditions at planting time is just that germination of seed. We have to absorb that water, get that germination. And so watching your salt contents on your starter fertilizer. I know with the price of corn, there's been a lot of talk about what can I add. Maybe throwing 2 or 3 things in with your pop-up fertilizer. Remember, be very careful. Dry conditions is where we'll see salt injuries. So if we're planting into less than ideal moisture, that effect of salt is only compounded. So making sure you're watching your gallons on your pop-up. Again, all we need is a little bit of P, on that seed to get that pop-up effect. So a lot of additives. We promote some zinc, maybe some of the humic fulvic acid, some of the phosphorus protectants, and the low salt in furrow. Throwing a whole lot of micronutrients, a whole lot of other things. You need to be careful of what your salt contents are. Make sure we're not using our pop-up to try and fertilize our crop by putting on that 5, 6, 7 gallons. So just be cautious of that. Obviously, if we stay dry, running those pivots can help, but then we're throwing cold water on that germinating crop, which is less than ideal too. So just one of those things to be aware of, just kind of looking at the forecast, the lack of rain, knowing what we're looking at soil-wise. But most importantly, again, walk behind those planters, take your time. We're looking to get fired up in the next day or two, finishing a few touches on the planter, and it's that time to hit the fields and start putting that crop in the ground. For those of you still finishing up some field work, there's no rush. We still have plenty of time on the calendar. So get your prep work done, do a good job, get the planters set, and we look forward to hopefully talking to you next week and seeing some of this crop in the ground.